go.
Roll it.
Don't tell me how.
Roll them.
9.
9.
That's pretty good.
9 ones.
That's pretty good.
Hi, everybody. Legacy K here.
Also, don't worry about the audio.
Sorry, this is the third video with me on Ant. I want to tell you guys,
I'll leave it.
I am a complete beginner at Ant, and I've been practicing a little bit. I started out with Tez, actually, which was probably a bad idea. I've been doing much better with
I need my
Ant.
revenue.
Maybe
Revenue.
it's better to familiarize yourself with the entire concept of Storm before moving to a Burning Wish sideboard plan. Anyway, won't talk about which deck is better or whatever. I've been on Ant recently and was playing quite a bit. My buddy Cameron on the left was playing Burn. And
Sure, I'll try it.
my understanding of this matchup is that it relies entirely upon Burn finding Eidolon of the Great Revel, or Ant finding a bounce spell in a timely fashion, and that's about it. So, on this day, I believe we had 2 back-to-back events.
I gotta go fast.
It's true.
I think
You could be on a 7-turn clock. Who knows?
I think together Cam and I both brought a couple of decks and played 6 rounds that day in 2 separate small events. Had a good time. Everything was great. I'm catching up on some old footage now, so we'll get this out of the way. Sorry about the glare there.
To not respect it.
Burn has started on suspended Rift Bolt, and I will go ahead and search up basic and try to sculpt my hand a little bit. I feel like
Don't worry about it.
I blind therapy for
Sure, dude.
for Eidolon like really often, and the problem with Duress here is that it doesn't hit creatures, so
These are
it's
fine,
kind of
yes.
problematic to try to get rid of like the biggest roadblock in the whole matchup. Game 1, turn 1. I knew what he was on, so it's possible.
Yep, you got me.
I hope to have kept a fast hand. That's kind of what you want here. And barring that, maybe a disruptive hand that sort
I
of
should have known that was gonna happen.
strips their hand a little bit.
Pass turn.
Ooh!
By the way, this version,
Really?
I'm playing a single Dark Petition and
14. Does that mean that I even have
let's
to
see,
do anything?
yeah, 4 tutors, 1 Dark Petition, and I think on this day we were playing 3 Abrupt Decays on the side, so that necessitates Tropical Island and Bayou in the main. Sorry about that.
Do I have to write these down, dude?
This glare is crazy. Thanks, Cam. So Dead Searing Blaze, 2 Fire Blasts. This hand looks like it has a lot of mana. It's probably go time next turn from what I've seen. We know that Dark Petition was on top of the library. We just drew, what, a lot of LEDs? But we still have to get, you have to get the initial mana source to actually put Dark Petition on the stack first, and it's got a really big, heavy upfront cost.
So realistically, you can only really fire blast me once, right? So
That's true.
I will take your Chain Lightning.
Searing Blades, okay.
Chain Lightning. Go.
It could be worse.
Goblin Guide continues to put in work.
I'm at 10. Ooh, Barbarian Ring. Hey, it's not a mouse.
What, did I mess up that brainstorm or do I not have a land? I should have put something back on top to rip with the Goblin Guide, right? My hand might be like a little clunky. Oh, and Barbarian Ring off the top is pretty sad. It doesn't allow him to Fire Blast. And he's nowhere near Threshold.
I'm at 6.
Speaking of Threshold, I just hit Threshold.
Don't worry about it.
The Goblin Guide put in work.
He did. It would have been better if he was a turn early.
Reach for some storm counters made by the talented RK Post.
Probably have you.
Went and met him at Eternal Weekend this
I'm
last
very
year.
dead if I don't have it.
And he had a bunch of these 3
just need
printed mana and
damage.
storm counters. He's got all sorts of
Lucky I
stuff.
have.
Storm is 1.
Not very common in red, is it?
No. I have 13 more of them.
Pedal.
Yes.
LED.
Sure.
LED.
Sure.
Ball ritual.
Sure.
Okay, so there was the upfront mana.
Ball ritual.
Sure.
Down to 3 up to 8.
So 8 black there, Dark Petition down to 3 black.
Yeah, it resolves.
Crack. I'm gonna make.
I'm not even
Yeah, there's
deck because I'm
so this is there's nothing that could go wrong here, unless you were like
We're gonna crack
on
a bunch, we're
Moto
gonna
and you
spend 5
misclicked
mana.
something with Dark Petition.
We're gonna make 3 more on resolution.
Yeah.
Is that mana right? I was at 8. I
resolves.
spent 5,
Sure.
went to 3, got plus
Did I
3.
count the storm on this one?
I don't think so.
Yeah, and then plus 6
What did I cast?
from
1,
LEDs.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Phew.
7.
I was worried for a second. I don't
Storm
want to
7.
get an
For
embarrassing
Dark
miscount on
Searching
camera here.
for... Nah, fuck it. Fast and Flames.
And then what happens?
Then I'm gonna cast Past in Flames. Then I'm gonna cast Cabal Ritual, Dark Petition, and then get Tendrils of Agony. All right. Do you want to make me do it?
No.
Or do you want me to show you Tendrils?
No,
All right.
I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna be a jerk for a while.
And then what happens? And then, and then what will you? Who are you targeting with your Tendrils?
Yeah. These are the important questions of life.
I hope you have good luck.
Don't win this time.
I 2-0'd Burn earlier.
Here's Burn on the play for game 2.
All you gotta do you know the card that beats me? Just get that.
Yeah, Eidolon.
Yeah. Just get Eidolon.
Well, this does Jack and Dick.
How is that possible? Your whole deck does... Wow. Think about how good that hand will be when you rip Mountain next turn.
And I never do. Actually, I do next turn.
You could... Burn for the first time ever is on the play and just says go. No land, go. This hand is garbage.
Good. Because mine was too. Join me in the land of Mulligan.
Yeah, I think so.
We all draw again down here.
You guys ever play anything else?
I'll occasionally play Modern.
You mean other games or other formats?
Format.
Yeah, I'll occasionally play Modern.
I feel like I graduated to Legacy, and all those other formats are way beneath me.
Spike.
I'm not that spiky, but I think that the
You know
format...
who has a spike? That Thunder guy.
Yeah.
Playing all those jank 12 post decks.
He said he was going to be a tryhard and play like...
Do you believe him?
Delver
Remember
soon.
how many weeks in a row he said I was bringing black, red Reanimator?
You can have this one.
Tell me what I can and can't have. I'll choose what I can and can't have.
I can't believe nobody showed up today, man.
I know.
Weren't they here for the afternoon?
Yeah.
Yeah. I expected more people to show up to this one.
It's okay. This just puts us... Well, this seems actually fine. For fun reasons. It doesn't completely beat you, but I have a turn. I'm going to keep.
Okay.
I'm going to mull.
Okay. Sure. Sure.
I mean, it doesn't completely...
Rift Bowl. Okay. Draw.
Yeah.
Therapy you.
Sure.
Eidolon of the Great Rebel. Damn it. What do you got? What is it?
Price, Fire Blast. It's not that great.
Nope. But
But-
it might kill me.
It at least gets rid of some
Exiled.
shenanigans.
Everything's exiled. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Untap.
I'm gonna put this in.
Upkeep. 3 to you.
17.
Okay. Draw. Take 2.
Shit.
Good.
Thank you. I'm at 15.
Okay. Go.
Draw. Ponder.
그냥 내가 카스를 잘 몰라서 못 봤는데 제대로 못 들어봤는데 막 되게 빨리 크더라고.
Now that we have a score player here, maybe I can make a card stack.
Draw a card. That's a good card. Go ahead. Sure.
So how do people find you on YouTube? Can you actually track how they got you? Like,
I can,
worse than-
yeah, I can see people were referred by a specific link, so somebody sent it to somebody. I could see what country they're in and what their demographics are. Hint, it's 97% male.
2.781008.
And
Females.
I think I get most of my views because I'm very careful with the keywords I use. I use a ton of keywords on every video and all of the deck names. So I can tell when people are really interested in Stoneblade or something.
Huh.
You like what I did with that ponder there? You like how I skillfully put an underground sea on top of the library there?
Pass turn.
Fetch. I'm at 12, and you have a pop. You could potentially pop Fire Blast me. Interesting.
Oh, why'd you get a basic? You need more colors.
I really do.
Yeah. Where's your red gonna come from?
I think this one underground sea is gonna do its job here.
Okay. But what if you need red?
Hopefully I got a Lotus Petal.
그리고 그 뭐지? 걔가 있잖아.
Untap.
Okay.
메타가 많아진
Draw.
거야.
So we're getting really close to having to go here. And the ley line is really annoying if you're trying to rely on Cabal rituals. The lack of Past in Flames isn't like really that bothersome because he didn't have a ton of pressure this game. Should be enough ways to like get a bunch of Storm. Speaking of which, yeah, because Cabal Ritual only nets 1 mana and 1 Storm now. And it's really difficult to just get the engine going.
인형 원래 자기가 이렇게 CC가
just counter so you know how much.
So if we
Mana, how much storm is
I want to be.
if we
want
try to
be very
start going
clear
off
about
with
what's
only
happening.
3 black,
White one black and blending.
you can you can Infernal Tutor and Crack
Red
and make
mana.
6, so you're at a total of 7, which actually that's
Sure.
and you
I'm at
and 1
11.
land,
Am I dead?
which is
you tell me
okay.
if I'm
That's
dead?
enough to attempt to go
You
off
let
with
me
Ad
go all the
Nauseam
way
here,
through this?
which is our only way. If yeah, with Past
So I
in
only have
Flames
3
cut
black
off,
because the ley
this just
line
isn't enough mana to just do a tutor
Crummy.
chain.
The ley line is awesome.
So crummy.
So the thing is here,
To be in your opening hand.
you have to put Infernal
yeah.
Tutor or Dark
Otherwise
Petition on
he
the
has
stack
no black
and
mana 'cause
look
he can never
for Ad
cast it
Nauseam
anyway.
without thinking about it. You can't
But it's
like
my only like permanent solution against
Infernal
these
Tutor,
decks.
hold priority, and crack 2 Lion's Eye Diamonds.
Sure. That's
Discarding my hand. Making 3 more red and 3 black.
so yeah. So no reason for red.
Oh, true. So I don't need it, but whatever. It's still mana.
okay. I'm just curious.
인식가가 2억 3천이야. 그만 똑같이 노답이거든 진짜. 실이 13년 동안 7천만 원 올랐어. 7천만 원. 그게 짐이야. 진짜 안전가옥이지. 씨. FBI 안전가옥도 그거잖아.
So the Ad Nauseam is really risky here. Oh, I see what happened. I insisted on trying to go off, but I took Ad Nauseam out of the deck. Yep. And now I'm realizing that I'm dead.
Cast another Infernal Tutor. Get another Infernal Tutor. Cast an Infernal Tutor.
Yep. We needed bounce spell for Leyline before trying to do anything. If we took,
something really stupid.
what I think happens is we took all the Taxian probes and the ad nauseum out of the
We
deck,
can go for tendrils and at least not die this.
and we don't have a second copy of Tendrils. That's what happened.
But if I
We should just
my
we should just
tendrils,
laugh it
then
off
it
and
gets
shuffle.
exiled.
We only have one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is there any way? Is there anything we could search?
Yeah,
for?
so we have 4 mana and we can Tendrils for 14
Guess since
and
I'm
concede the
definitely dead,
game.
if I do, I
Without,
should search
I mean, it's
for
possible.
Ponder.
It's very likely that somebody would have had Empty the Warrens in the deck at this point, but I do not. So
Is it possible for me to get out of this? I don't know. Search for Ponder.
sure.
Cast up Ponder. Storm is 7. 3 mana.
아제가 스토리상은 누구지? 안드인.
Doesn't do anything. Shuffle.
now we're short mana to. There's just no way. I don't know what I was thinking.
Maybe was I dead next turn? Maybe I should have just. Maybe I could have waited 1 turn.
Yeah,
It's
you
getting
weren't-
really close.
You weren't dead.
It's getting really close.
You weren't dead.
If end of turn you pop me,
That would have been 4. You would
So
have been
I
down
go to
8, you'd
9,
have been at
then
6,
7,
you'd have
then
been at
I'm
2
dead.
after- No.
from your next turn of like chain lightning,
I mean,
fire blast.
maybe if I got like chain.
Bro, there's I'm counting on this being 3 damage,
It
no matter
probably
what.
is, yeah. But,
Ponder.
okay.
It's a land I scoop.
Okay.
Crap. That lane line really fucked me up, dude.
See, I don't think.
Nas or something from a very high life total is good, but
So yeah, that game is embarrassing,
You
and
can draw,
I
like,
am
18
sorry
cards
for
from all in your hand.
all the Storm players watching.
Cast as much Dark Ritual
I'm
as you
new.
want. But since it costs so much life, I can't bring it in against Brady. I can't play it. All right, I'll be on the play.
This is like, this is brokenness versus brokenness.
Mm-hmm.
Game 3.
Goblin Guide off the
We
top.
know that ley lines are in.
That was a sick
we
draw, by
can
the
kind
way.
of assume
I
that there's
told.
something like I probably expect Relic of Progenitus as well.
Oh, you did?
But
I
to be
see.
honest, like
Okay.
you can play around that, and it just makes their deck much slower. So I'm totally okay with him keeping a hand with like a bunch of artifacts in it.
Keep.
This could be much better, but it also could be worse. Okay, I'm gonna keep.
혼자 그레이즈를
Touch.
형님이 이런데 굴리니까 그거 더욱 우리의 신빙성이 강한데 미래학자 민정의
I'm gonna go for those percentages.
정현이 형 늙으면 나이 들면 멜빈 투플러라고 이게 너 병신 저너 병신이라면 그냥 병신인데요. 나 처음에 진짜 그 사람이 설마 그런 말을
It's fun to ponder, dude.
So this ponder has 2 Infernal Tutors in it, which can get really, really clunky.
Counting in 3s.
몇 가지요? 완전 넘어.
It's okay if you have LED.
Go ahead.
And I think here what I did was I just left Island on top just because you can get a free card if
Don't
they
guide
start
me.
Goblin Guide. If they don't, then
Don't guide me.
you're not out anything. I mean, just always think about that with your ponder.
You cannot tell me how I will live my life.
Hey, man.
22.
Come on, Cammy.
Don't tell me how to live my life. Don't call me Cammy.
Let's get it done.
You can call me Cam
Mhm.
or everything.
How about Ron?
You can call me Ron.
How about Cam
Okay.
Ron?
Sure.
What?
Go down to 18.
Fuck, it's a Swifty. 18, yep.
Go.
Draw a card.
And here, if we can't shuffle,
land
then
on
we're
top
kind
of
of
the Goblin
we're stuck
Guide.
drawing
You
us
can't even do
another Infernal Tutor.
Can't believe it.
You make your hand so slow.
What do you think?
I think you're asking for outside information.
Okay.
Judge.
I can ask. He can't give anything. I think that's how that works.
Judge.
Can't quite see what this is. Ponder, Infernal Tutor,
Yeah. Yeah.
Cabal Ritual.
Yeah.
So I decided to keep it. Working our way up to Threshold here.
There be you.
Yeah,
And-
buddy.
Eidolon of the Great Rebel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those Eidolons.
Oh.
오.
We miss
What do you
again.
got?
Super
Pop,
land
pop.
heavy.
Yep, you're dead, dude. You're gonna die.
Probably.
I'm really sorry. You're totally dead.
Yeah, I know.
Pop, pop, lava spike.
I
Okay.
just had action. And I just wanted to go.
Go.
This is not
Am I
a
dead?
strong looking hand from Burn.
I don't know, are you?
Is it Eidolon? Ooh, percentages. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swing. Well, no. I gotta
Spike
do
me.
this first. Spike you first.
Yes. 15.
All right, so we're happy that there's a
Good.
lava spike.
If it's not an Eidolon, I don't
because
give a shit.
Go.
if he's not going to spend 2 mana for Eidolon this
Next
turn,
turn.
This hand is
So-
so silly.
the problem with this hand is that it has no LED. So I'm,
Ordained.
yeah, we're forced into trying to make sure that everything we draw off this preordain is castable.
What? No, no. Oh no. Draw.
I believe that's Bloodstained Mire. That's another card for Threshold. And 1 more mana. But if I'm stuck with like, if
Go ahead.
yeah,
Untap.
Yup.
if we only have, I think I know what happened. I think if
Fetch.
we only have
Okay.
a single ritual, we don't have enough mana to
Okay.
Infernal Tutor into another
Percentages.
ritual to try to like get the clunkiness out of the hand.
Actually, play.
Also, we are not yet at Threshold,
Again.
even with
Sure.
this fetch.
Percentages.
You're letting me storm you just a little bit easier.
Am I?
I don't know. Am I dead?
I don't know. Stop asking me that.
This was your draw this turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure the hand is Cabal Ritual, Infernal Tutor, Lotus Petal. If it is Lotus Petal, then we have Threshold last turn. But oh, I see. We can't get rid of the other Infernal Tutor.
12.
We should have shuffled that Ponder. That was just. Yep.
Okay.
Pass turn.
Fetch.
All right. So now, on top of being able to go off, we have to draw Echoing Truth. And we know. So it's probably 2 off Eidolon, 2 off Swift Spear. Two off Probe, or sorry, 2 off Pop, I mean, and then 4 from a Fire Blast.
Step.
And we draw Infernal Tutor.
트위터 들어가봤는데 너무 눈부셔서 내가 볼 수가 없어.
Go ahead.
거의
You know, yeah, I think with the land from last turn, I think we could have cast Petal, Infernal Tutor for Cabal Ritual, Cabal Ritual, Cabal Ritual, Infernal Tutor, etc., and won. But he had Eidolon last turn. And we're now like completely out of time to find a bout spell.
9.
In Echoing Truth, right here is impossible because you just recast it before you can go off. So you have to take the damage. And we don't have it on end step.
Game, dude.
Wow, the hand,
Where did it
another
come from,
ritual
dude?
off the top. Yeah, the hand had,
I lucked
look
that.
at, what is, that's 4 Infernal
His hand was
Tutors.
fucking
No wonder I couldn't do anything.
I see.
Good game, Cameron.
and